we need to hello. Okay, so we have to make all our PST file should be of 10 GB or smaller in size. So this is to ensure our there is a encryption tool which will be executed on all the PST file to ensure all our emails which is classified and or the sensitive high files will be encrypted before it is uploaded to the cloud platform. So this is one of the mandatory requirements which we need to do it. So now we need to split the PST file because we are keeping always we will keep it for the whole year or multiple years of data into the same PST file. So we will be sharing the steps how we can able to split the bigger PST file into a smaller PST file. Okay, just a moment. I will share the document here. So for all our PST file to split into the smaller chunks, like you have to select the PST file of after it is on the file and select the properties, data file properties, and you will be able to see the file size, um, folder size for each file, how big it is. So based on this, you will be able to identify which file have the large number of emails or the in size. So accordingly, you can move the whole folder in your archive PST file to another PST file. So how to create another PST file? So you go to this under the home menu, select the new item, under the more item and Outlook data file. You should be able to select this and give the respective file location where you want to keep the PST file, and then you give the name for this PST file. Upon you complete click OK, the new PST data file will be created. So once it's created, you can move the folder from your original PST file to the new PST file where all the emails will be migrated over to the smaller PST file. So from there, you would be able to run your encryption tool, the bulk encryption tool, which I will be sharing the detail shortly. Okay, so this is a critical step and which will help for running the bulk encryption tool without any error or issues. Like the reason why we are doing it to make it simple and it is controlled for our execution. Yeah. Okay. The next step where I'm going through is running the sorry. So the next step, I will be running through the details of how to run the bulk encryption tool. So the encryption archive PST file, it can take approximately 4 to 5 hours for a 10 GB PST file. So because it will be analyzing each and every email in the PST file, and accordingly it will do the encryption. Also, there is a need for us to ensure there are enough storage space in our local hard disk when we are running this tool. So it will estimate the number of emails to be encrypted which falls onto the criteria of confidential or high sensitive emails, and then it will provide you the rough estimation of the email, how many emails it will be encrypted. Subsequently, this will be you will be receiving an email notification at the end of the successful completion, how many mails is successfully migrated, sorry, encrypted, and how many is there any error message or anything on the email which cannot be encrypted. So this will help for if there are any emails which is not encrypted with error message or anything, you can bring it to our IT clinic or IT team where we will be able to look into it and assist you. So this task, right, it is advisable to perform after office hour, where it will help run the tool without much disturbance, and you won't be able to facing any difficulties also. Okay. So now I will be bringing up the step-by-step guide for how to run the EXO, the encryption tool. Okay. Okay, so in order to run the archive PST file, so you to ensure there is enough space that I shared earlier, so you have to look for the where your archive PST files are located. So usually the PST files, everything will be in the default location under the documents and Outlook files. Okay. um, then you need to you need to open the PST file in Outlook in order to run this tool. So after we have split up multiple files, right? So all the PST archive PST file with the 10 GB or lesser space, lesser size, to be open in the Outlook. So in order to open it, you just click on the file and account setting and choose the data files where you keep it, and select open. So this will open the PST file into the Outlook. Okay. So once the PST file is open in the Outlook, please make sure there are no emails is kept in the root folder. So every emails has been kept inside the subfolder, inside the folder below the archive folder. So the tool has been designed in such a way that any emails is kept in the root folder. It will not be scanning or it will not be encrypting. So move all the emails or the files kept in the root folder to a subfolder. It will ensure we don't miss it out anything. So once it's all verified, you just check on your Outlook home. There is a bulk encrypt option here. So this bulk encrypt, it will be the tool you will be running on these things, scanning your PST file and encrypting all the emails which are falls into the category. Okay. So upon you launch the bulk encryption, all the PST file which you need to encrypt or migrate, it will be listed out. You can choose one by one to run the tool, to scan the tool for the PST file, and it will be encrypt automatically. So based on the criteria which I said, right, so the encryption will be happening for confidential emails and high sensitive nature, and then internet emails sent by gov.sg with no labels. So once the scanning, it will allow the tool to run for some time. Excuse me. Sorry, just a moment. Sorry, apologies. Okay, so after the tool run the scanning, initial scanning, it will show a number of emails, how many emails will be encrypted, and there is a the start bulk encryption button will be enabled. Okay, so once this is enabled and you click the start enabling button, the encryption will run automatically at the behind the at the background. So it will prompt, and then it will show the progress bar for you to while the encryption is running. It will show the progress, how many out of how many is completed and how many is pending. So you can take note of it, like how much time it will be taking on roughly you can assume on that. Okay, so basically it will take the number of email should take 30 minutes to 4 hours for about 1000 emails lah. So that's a rough estimation based on our experience or our assessment. Okay, so going on to the next page, which is the you can pause and resume also the encryption. In case if you want to pause it, you can click pause and then resume it later. When you resume, it will start from where it is stopped and it will continue from there. Okay, so what upon the successful completion, the the screen update, the tool will update the it's that with the done command saying that it how many emails has been successfully encrypted. So with this, right, so you also will be receiving an email notification saying this, like how many emails has successfully encrypted, how many emails failed to be encrypted. With this, if there are any emails is failed to be encrypted, we can identify it and narrow down to look for any error message or any issues on that, or we can just rerun the tool also once again. Okay, there's some of the scenarios, like a type of email with the confidential, whether it will be encrypted or it will not be encrypted, just for detailed information. Okay, and this where how you can ensure the PST file after encryption successfully completed. You will be able to see each of the email which falls under the category of confidential or sensitive high. There is a lock symbol before that. So from here you will be able to identify your emails are encrypted already. So this, in case if you can't find it, you can enable the by going to the view and change view and select the single or preview to double check on these things to see whether you have enabled the lock button. Okay, okay, so now so far we have, after we split the files to a 10 GB or smaller files, and then we have run the tool to encrypt, scan the emails and encrypt. So once all these things completed, now the next step is we need to move the encrypted emails to the online to the EX4 platform. So when we okay, I just switch to the slide presentation point just to share it some of the points there. Give me a minute. Okay, so um, for importing the archive PST file, which is already encrypted, we are strongly encourage you to move the your archive PST file into the online archives instead of moving to the EXO just mailbox, because the reason is there is the the rule has been set for automatically by default archive settings. It will once you move the emails there, then the settings will enable and move the files to the archive folder. So where you will be finding it difficulties like or something, I move there and it is no longer there. So it's better we move the all your archive PST file to your online archive instead of EXO inbox. So there are two approaches we are proposing. One is to import the entire archive PST file. The other one is move selected files or folders. So inside the archive PST file on your local, you have multiple folders. Either folder by folder, you can move, copy and paste it onto the online archive after you create your own folder structure onto the online archive. Or if not, just select the whole PST file and import to the online archive. So this on PST file importing to online archive, it will take longer time and you may not be able to use your Outlook during this importing time. So until it will complete the everything, it will take you may not be able to access to it. During this period, if you are a Gomax user, you would be able to access your Outlook or emails using your Gomax. If not, the webmail is an option where you can able to access to it. So I will just go to this the option detail of this import and archive. Then subsequently I'll show you how we can able to access our Outlook on webmail or on browser. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, post migration. So it is part of the we are progressing for importing the PST file, archive PST file, okay, into a EXO online archive. So how we will be doing it? Okay, so with the larger mailbox size of 100 GB, so as we shared, like to reduce to 10 GB, so which will be running on this. So on your GSIB, right click on the inbox and select new folder to choose this PST file into the archive PST file. Okay. Okay, you have this option called is a move folder. So from the your archive PST file, you can select the folder and move to the respective online archive folder location. Before that, you may need to create a high level folder which is for your specific informations like year by year or something, so that you can move the folder by folder into the respective the archive online archive folder. Okay. So alternatively, you have the options to do the import the whole PST also into this location, where you can select the whole PST and move to the the online archive also. Okay. Yeah, this one is okay. Okay, so yeah, at any point of time, if you face a issue or any challenges you are facing it, you can call our service desk or USS, reach out via sending the email to service desk, or you can walk into our IT clinic where they will be supporting. Okay, so now I will bring you to the how to open your Outlook during this migration period. So where you will be accessing the Outlook on web browser mode. Okay, so So when you are migrating the or importing the PST file into the online archive, so you will be encountering, or you will be facing a challenge of accessing to your email and responding to the email. So just by clicking this the link here, you would be able to prompted for this choose an account. Okay, then upon choosing the account, then you will be able to access to the Outlook um, with the credential. You need to key in the credentials over here. Okay. So once you key in the credential, the Outlook will be on online. You will be able to access to the Outlook online. The all the responses, it will be automatically synchronized when you are doing it, and it will be accessible after the completion of the importing also. Okay. 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 I'm moving on to the next stage, which is next step, which is the uh, preparing for comet. Okay, give me a Okay, so as part of as I said earlier, so for onboarding to Comet, like so far we have the EXO online, Exchange Online is one of the first step we have done it, and then we are doing currently like migrating all our archive PST file into the Exchange Online. The next step is we will be guiding you to to migrate all your working documents to the cloud platform, where you will be seamlessly accessing all your working document and emails when we are moving on to the Comet. So Comet is a cloud based platform where all your data and the working files, it will be automatically sync or synchronized at the cloud platform. So with this, right, so we have we in order to get ready for the comet, so we need to complete these steps before the comet being rolled out. So as part of this comet planning, right, so we have rolled out the tool called document classification scanner tool, which will assist us to scan all our document, and whatever the document is need to be classified, it will be giving the options for us to identify and classify. Accordingly, we can upload the documents to the respective platform which we have it already. Okay, so this also is one of the time we should be reviewing what are the documents or the files do we needed to upload into the online platform. So whatever the files or documents which we no longer require, you can just purge away, and then you can move only those needed to the online platform. So I will bring the step by step guide on this, how we will run through. Then it will be easier for us. Okay. Okay. A guide for uploading and accessing the files and folders on the command. Okay. So sorry. Somehow I accidentally muted, I think. Sorry about it. Okay, I will start from the beginning again. Am I audible enough now? Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Sorry about it. Okay. Okay. With the for the Comet, right? So with the introduction of the Comet, all our files and the data will be stored onto the cloud, which is a OneDrive or a ZTCS, etc., or onto our SharePoint folders. So when it is stored onto the cloud storage, these files will be accessible from the Comet machines. So there are three main sections to guide you or help you to um, how to upload the files and access through the Comet machines. So the first section is to identify and sort our files, which is the document classification scanner tool has been rolled out to us to identify and scan all our documents. This scanner tool will help um, either you run the whole C drive or you can run folder by folder. Okay, so upon the review or the scanning tool is completed, so you will be having the options for review and modify the classification. So once the classification is done, you are allowed to upload the files into the respective platform in accordance to the classification. So once it's uploaded, then you will be able to access the same file using your Comet machines, as well as on your GSIB also you can able to access to it. So what is document classification scanner? This tool is just to help identify what are the files based on the classification label by scanning all the files and folders in our local storage. So with that, once it's running, and you will be seeing an uh, list list view, you will be seeing it that what are the files has been, what is the classification also, and accordingly you can verify and validate these files need to be classified with this category, or you can modify those things. So and also it will be listing some of the files it was not classified, also you have to do the classification in accordance to the data classification, and then you can plan or organize these files into a specific folder to migrate to the um, cloud platform. Okay, so you can search the document classification scanner on your system by typing the document classification, so that it will be appear on your system. Okay, so about the what do we do after these things? So when we run the tool and we have done it, so there are few platform where we can upload the document in accordance to that classification nature. So the SC teams or SharePoint online, where you will be able to upload your document up to um, a cloud eligible document, you will be able to upload into there. So you can upload all those files which are falls into this category up to 20 GB of the file size, you can able to upload there. So then the personal OneDrive, which has the 5 terabyte of the storage size, where you can upload all your content which falls onto the cloud eligible category. The third category is the SGTCS, and which is the limited space of only 20 GB. It will be for the collaboration purposes of you can work with your team or your colleague on these things, where those files can be kept there. And the personal OneDrive is your own storage size. Again, it is on the TCS. It's also will be up to a limited space of maximum of 1 GB. This can hold up to confidential classified information. Okay, so now by running the scanning tool, how are we going to identify? So the scanning tool, it will be identify all these file extension file types when we are running it. And you can expect up to 20 minutes as a rough estimation to scan about 1000 physical files on your laptop. And once it's completed, a summary page will be displayed. The summary page will be look like on your screen, like this. So here is the one I shared it. Like, either you can scan the full sheet.
Mahena, you are mute again. Can't hear you.
Able to hear me?
Okay now.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I go back one slide behind. Yeah. Okay, so when we the classification tool, right, it will be identify all these file extensions along with where when it was running, and these extensions, right, so it these files, the tool will take about approximately 20 minutes to scan for 1000 files. So at the end of this scanning, there will be a summary page. The summary page will contain the detail of it, what is the status of each file, and it will provide a uh, uh, option for us to modify the file type. Okay, so when we run the launch the tool, there is two options we have. Either we scan the whole C drive, or we scan a specific folder. So as we know that we keep all the files into the specific folder by project, it will be more, it will give us the more control to ensure the folder is completely scanned, and we have completed all those things, which will be easier for you to also progressively migrate the data to the cloud platform. So when you select the folder, it will be showing you the what are the folders you want to select it, and you can scan it. So upon there will be a progress bar it will be giving, so to show you how much percentage it is completed. Once the scan is complete, a summary screen will be displayed as below. Yeah, this will be the summary screen. So where on your left hand side, what you are seeing is the summary screen. When you are doing the list view, there are two types of view, you can see it. One is the list view, the other one is the explorer view. So when you go into the list view mode, it it will show in detail what is the file type of the file. It was classified individually, so easier for us to select which file to be classified, what the classification range, and we can able to do that accordingly. So it will shows the number of files scanned, and what is the each file, and the summary page you will be seeing on the left hand side what is the number of files is scanned, and how many is confidential, how many is cloud eligible. All the details you would be able to see it. And these files you can export out this path of this file, where you can reference back at the later date, later time, to go and to the specific file to modify the classification also. Okay, so there's a folder view also. It will also give the high level information of the folders, what is the detail of it. So you can use the filter using the drop by, and where you can select the which are the things is we want to modify and change it. Accordingly we can able to do the modification. So when in the detail page, like in the list view, it include all the three functions, which is update AI label and move and delete. So these are the three options we will be having it. So this update AIB label is to classify or modify your file according to the nature of the document. And you also can choose the files to move to the respective folder, different folder, and also you choose to delete it if you no longer require these files. Okay. So here is the detailed steps how we will be doing the updating the AIP. So the classifications of the specific file. So when we are doing the updating the classification of the specific file, please ensure you have checked this the point number 3, retain the last modified date of the selected files, which means like when we change the classification detail of this particular file, the date and timestamp also will be changed if we did not select this option. So to keep the last modified date, so we can check enable this checkbox and then apply the modifications to this file so that the last modification date and time will remain same. So it will take some time, and once it's done, then it will shows that it will completed successfully. And when you after that, you can move the file to the respective different locations where you want to keep it all the files according to the classification or something. It's easier for you to move to the respective cloud platform. Okay. So delete also, it's just select the file, and you will be given the options to delete, and you can click a confirmation email and it will be deleted. And once it's deleted, it will be there in the recycle bin. Even you can able to retrieve back if it is not purged away from the recycle bin. So now moving on to the stage where how we will be uploading the files from GSIB to the cloud platform. So earlier we shared on these are the various platforms. So this already having is available for us. So when we are ready and we have verified all our document are classified according to this classification, then we can move the files to the respective platform. So from the GSIB, we select the Explorer view, and whatever the files we need to drag it, or the folder we need to copy and paste, we just um, copy to the M365 folder or DCS folder where it will be available on the cloud platform. Okay. Okay, so this is on the GSIB how to access your DCS and M365 folders. So you will be able to upload all your the classified or your working file to this cloud platform. So how to access your platform on your Comet machines? Okay, so after we upload these things onto the cloud platform, these files will be available. You can access from the Comet machines. The Comet machines, when you are because we are planning right now, so from October onwards, progressively we will start to do deployment for this. So once you connect to it, same the M365 and SZDCS link will be available on the Comet machines. When you launch it, you will be able to access to all the files you are synchronized earlier using your GSIB will be accessible from the Comet machines. Okay. And automatically the data will be automatically synchronized, and those files, yeah, with the with it if you are downloading to work on the local, it will be purged away after 7 days of the inactivity. So say for example, like the files, as long as you are every day opening and working on it, it will remain on your local, but there will be a synchronization happening to the cloud platform. Again, when you did not access the file for more than 7 days, these files will be purged from your local, but it will be synchronized there in the cloud cloud platform. So whenever you need this file, you just go and double click the file will automatically open from the cloud platform. Okay. Okay. So that's the end of the session. I'm just going through a couple of FAQs which we previously gathered. Okay, so why does the scan shows that it is complete with zero document scan and found along with an error message that Outlook could not be started? This is because the connectivity issues to the Outlook. So please make sure you are connected or you are to the network and you are accessible. Sometimes the Outlook accidentally go on to this offline mode. Please ensure it is online mode. Why documents are popping out randomly? So ensure that there is no software updates are running while running your tool, so that it will not be happening of this popping up of the documents or anything. The scan. Why is the scan progress stuck? The application still scanning it, which means like it is taking longer time. So you just please wait for the scan to get it complete on that. Why did I encounter this warning text on the Explorer view? Some folders have been modified externally. Please rescan your files for an updated view. So this shows like when we are running the scanning tool, right? So there is a new file being created or the new message being updated to that folder. So that's where this message is appears. So we have to ensure like during the scanning process, either not to add on any new files or modify anything, or just keep it all the new changes to this another folder, so it will be easier for us to track also. Okay, why does the number of items selected 7 not tally with the items on the screen of the 3 files? Okay, this is the reason is something like the bottom highlighted one, it shows the total number of files it was selected, where you have chosen the two different classification method of official close and unsupported one in the two selections. So that's why it was showing this total count, but in fact the actual numbers is under the official close is only 3 files it was selected. Okay. What should I do if the scanner fails to continue and I am not sure of the error message? Okay, so when such things is happening, you can always reach our service desk using the contact number, or you can come to the IT clinic. We also have a series of IT clinic and brown bag sessions planned. Just a moment, I bring up the slide over here. Okay, so the we have planned the number of IT clinic sessions to help all of us while for the running the encryption tool, also scanning the two document scanner and upload into the cloud platform. For 3 codes separately, we have planned due to based on their common working days. So you can approach our colleagues over there, and they will be able to help you on these things. So even if cannot, then if you want an you can reach through our service desk email address as well as the hotline, the help desk number. So we also will be addressing the issues accordingly. So there is another platform which is the brown bag sessions, which is also being scheduled across WOG level. So you also can access this link uh, to schedule yourself to receive the more detailed information. So it's the same informations also will be repeated. Yeah. Okay. With this, like, I come to the end of our my sharing. So we'll look into it. Like, if there are any specific questions you have, and you want to ask, you can unmute and ask here. Temteng has responded most of the questions already. Okay. Uh, if you don't have any other queries or clarification, okay, even after you go back to your work desk or workplace, you can reach us via the email, and we will happy to assist you. Thank you so much for those join already. And the target what we are expecting is by end of August we need to migrate all our PST file to the online platform, as well as like scanning tool of our working documents to the online storage. Thank you so much. Uh,
And